What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, as you very well know now, former President Donald Trump has been found guilty on 30 plus counts in his hush money trial that's been going on for some time now. And a lot of people are up in arms. A lot of people, are happy about the decision. I want to play a video real quick and that talks a little bit about what happened yesterday. And I'm going to come back and give my honest opinion on this. Take a look.
And almost immediately following the verdict, cheers erupted at Collect Pond Park. That's the park right across from the courthouse. And it didn't take long for others to weigh in as well.
A fury from top Republican lawmakers, including Speaker Mike Johnson, who called it a, quote, shameful day in American history. President Biden's campaign said, quote, no one is above the law.
ABC's Im Nguyen in D.C. this afternoon, staying on top of it all. Im.
Mike, Sandra, good afternoon. Yeah, this unprecedented conviction of a former president who is again seeking the White House has thrown a new wrench in predictions for the November rematch.
In the wake of Donald Trump's historic conviction, the former president speaking out.
This is a case where if they can do this to me, they can do this to anyone.
This as President Joe Biden's campaign is taking aim at the convicted former president, saying no one is above the law.
He should be treated like everyone else.
Biden's team careful not to feed into Trump's baseless narrative that the president orchestrated this, though his campaign is calling to attention what's at stake, saying Trump still has a chance at the presidency in November.
Donald Trump is stronger now than he was at the start of the trial.
But that could soon change, according to an ABC News Ipsos poll from 2 weeks ago.
We saw 80% of Trump's supporters say they would continue to support him no matter what. But that's another 20% total that would either reconsider or withdraw their support based on a conviction. In an election this close, everything can matter. This clearly could be a huge development.
Trump's campaign quickly fundraising off of how he was found guilty on 34 criminal counts of falsifying business records to conceal hush money payments ahead of the 2016 election.
We're angry, but we're also happy in a way. Because you know what? My president's got street credit now.
This as Republicans rush to defend the president. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell claiming these charges never should have been brought in the first place. I expect the conviction to be overturned on appeal.
We have confidence in our higher courts.
President Joe Biden has yet to weigh in himself. Now, Trump will continue campaigning as a convicted felon and faces up to 4 years in prison when he's sentenced July 11th. In Washington, Im Nguyen, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, guys, that's just a little bit of one of the news articles I figured I'd put on here to talk about what happened. Now, people ask me in the comment section, emails to do this story or do, this thing. I was going to leave it alone. I'm not really into politics like that. I believe all of this shit in one way or another is fixed and has some type of flimflammery with it, because those in power will fight to stay in power, not just, from people that they want to convince to keep them up there where they sit, but also people that are coming for their spots. Now, as you can see, this guy right here was a former president, and they said, even though all of this stuff happened, he can still run for president. Once I heard that, that's all I needed. I was done. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about, from what I think I heard or know a little bit. I'm not in the intricacies, so don't slam me in the comments section. But I'm going to be honest with you. The situation where they brought Stormy Daniels back with the hush money and all that, we knew this stuff for years. This came out when he was trying to be president the first time and nothing happened. All of a sudden now, because they want to keep Biden and stuff and Kamala back in the White House, all of a sudden it then turned into something to where, boom, giddy. You know what I'm saying? I think that's corny. She come back out. You know what I'm saying? You took the money. And that's the thing. She took the money. Now all of a sudden you come back and all of a sudden you're going to testify that he's a bad man. What about you? How do you have credible testimony when you the one that took the money? And then Michael Cohen was one of the people that supposedly, knew about the situation and facilitated the situation. Now he against Trump, and he looked like a bitch. How does he have any type of credibility? Now, regardless of what was going on, the shit is the shit. I don't give a fuck about none of this stuff. But I will say this. I mean, from an honorable standpoint, this shit do seem like some flim-flammery. He got found guilty on all 30 plus counts or whatever. And he's supposed to get sentenced in July. Y'all think he gonna have any jail time? I don't. And it don't matter what anybody in the street holding signs and wanting to, yay or nay against him as a person, because we all know, what type of attitude and situations of bravado that he come across. He rub a lot of the people the wrong way. Some people like that type of stuff. But he was gaining momentum in the polls. You see what I'm saying? Regardless of all this stuff, and that tell you a lot of times the mindset of a lot of people out here of how easily it can be swayed. When he became president, right? Let's think back. People was crying, ready to jump off the building. Oh, the world's gonna blow up. You know what I'm saying? He racist. Black folk, oh, we fucked up. Don't mess with him. Don't this, don't that. A lot of people crying. The gay community had a problem with it. Now, all of a sudden, in the past couple of weeks, they starting to show all these people they interviewing and all this stuff. People are going at each other over a man that don't even know you. You got rappers endorsing this guy now? Really? Remember before, he was public enemy #1. He was one of the main things people rapped about in a rap song. You see how easily the American mind, the people with good marketing and media influence can shift? That shows, man, it's a big, it's a lot of programming that goes on in the minds of people of what they see and hear out here. Like me, that's why I can't really get in politics, because I think every politician that's out there has their own vested interest in mind. They do. And this is not a rant because, whether he was guilty or not guilty, it didn't matter to me. It didn't because it doesn't affect me in no way, shape, or form. A lot of people want to make their fight the fight of somebody else that they believe in. Their fight and tell you how it affects you, but it doesn't. It doesn't, guys. It don't. A lion does not concern himself with the opinion of a sheep. Doesn't. This guy, and this is another thing before I get out of here. They playing a Game of Thrones that most of us ain't even in the kingdom, let alone getting in the castle to make an opinion about how this goes. These are money games. Even though it's in the justice system and they tell you what they want to be told over TV or the radio, they dealing with something that none of us can fathom right now. It's a lot of mudslinging, it's a lot of slickness behind the thing. They're making it to where this guy right here they're trying to stop his, and this is just my opinion, they're trying to stop his political objective by eliminating people to where they smear him and stain this guy so bad that political contributions and people being and not coming and speaking out against him will make them look bad, or they don't want that type of they don't want that type of drama. And that's the thing. They're putting this guy in this position to where they're trying to cut off or at least slow him down in his race for the presidency. That's just my opinion. I can give a damn. But you're seeing it firsthand. You're seeing people out in the street that are struggling to make ends meet, fighting for a millionaire to get back in office, or a billionaire, depending on where you hear what you heard about him. It's just crazy to me how, how soon people forget, how they thought one way and all of a sudden it done been switched and nothing has changed. This guy made a speech this morning for like 30 minutes. Now Biden talking shit. Oh, the law is the law. Man, I still think it was some fugazi in that shit. I do. Because ain't no way two credible people, two people that are not credible, Stormy Daniels took the money. Cohen was there and worked it out. Now all of a sudden they was the good guys and heroes in putting this man down when they was both accomplices in the situation. You take either one of them away, this thing don't happen. But they was key in letting it happen. Make it make sense. Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. It don't matter who they put in the office next. It's going to be the same thing. Maybe not in the next 4 years, but a certain type of person gets to sit in that big chair. And the criteria for that person sitting in that chair, most of us don't know what the requirements are, even though they put out what they think they want us to know. So I don't even worry myself with it. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.